Thank you so much for being here. So today I'm here with another pick a card, and it is your next big blessing. We have three piles. This is pile 1, Thanatos. This is pile 2, the offering. And this is pile 3, the mystic. So take your time, go to whatever pile you feel called to. The links to the piles will be in the description box below. I'm also going to put a link if you want to skip me reading the cards and just get straight to the reading. So yeah, I will give you guys a few seconds and then we will get started. Hi, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. So you picked the card Thanatos. We also have Shattered, Friendship, Breakups and Makeup, Separation. We have 10, Scythe, Sudden Unexpected Accident, Cut, Release, Harvest, Liberate, Shock, Ripping of the Band-Aid, Surprise, Reckoning, The Sailor, New Life Influences, and Wanderlust. We have Faith. Pile 1. I want to take a deep breath because you're going through something so challenging. And what I really immediately want to say is that the next big blessing that is coming in for you is a clearing of this difficult time that you've been in. I feel like you were really shattered by something. We have the Shattered card. We have separation. We have breakups. We have death. Thanatos is about death. It's about going through transformation. But death is so painful. Metaphorical death, literal death is obviously also painful, but that's not what I'm saying here. I'm just saying metaphorical death. You're going through a transformation. It's Scorpio energy. It's Pluto energy. It's deeply releasing and purging really deep pain. I feel like you went through a situation that, like, what I was seeing, I tapped into a vision for you, and I was seeing you were like picking flowers. And you're like going along picking all these flowers, and then like you weren't looking because you were looking at the flowers. You were looking at something beautiful and wonderful and putting your energy into like joy. And then I saw dark force come behind you, and it took you off guard. Like I saw you get taken off guard so much by this thing. So you were in your vulnerability and joy, and something or somebody came and hurt you really badly. And I saw you crying, and it was just so big and painful. And so I want to honor your pain and how you're feeling and what you've been through, because it feels very shocking, painful, just a lot to go through, overwhelming. You could have been separated from someone recently, or I also am seeing that like you're gonna release something. What's your next big blessing is that you're going into something new, wanderlust. I always say lost when I mean lust. Wanderlust and new influences. There's going to be newer people coming into your life. You're going to I feel like you're finding deeper friendship with yourself, which is the most important thing. And I feel like you've had to have a lot of faith moving through this very challenging time. And I'm really like getting called to like this broken plate. Like you had to put something back together, or there was cracks in your foundation in some way, or cracks in yourself that you are really like filling in and healing. I'm seeing you fill it in with like light and love and kindness and soothingness. Soothing. And you've had to have so much strength to go through this. Like and you might have been recently in a period of hibernation or contemplation, and you might have been really self-reflecting. I think that whatever was that happened caused you to have to like really deeply reflect on like, why did this happen? What did I do? You know, and I don't really feel like you did anything wrong, is what I'm getting. Like something really threw you off guard, and it's shocking. I'm seeing the Tower, so it feels really intense. And your next big blessing is coming out of this roller coaster of a ride you've been on, out of this intensity. I'm hearing you're taking a stand on maybe the people you're surrounding yourself with. Maybe somebody really hurt you. So you're really taking a stand on trying to show up for yourself in a new way. So your next big blessing is like you really finding wholeness and groundedness within yourself, and that is the most important thing. So whatever it was that happened has led you to a place where you're like standing your ground, trying to be more like embodiment of like who you actually are. You're seeing your strength through this and your resilience, and I think giving yourself like that confirmation of like, wow, I've like this has been really hard, and I've like really stepped up, and I've had to really be strong, and I've had to really like be creative in the way that I've been doing things, and giving yourself like that pride and that what's the word I'm looking for? just like recognition and validation of like what's happened. And I think that whatever this was so painful that it probably was very hard to look at or very hard to confront. But I'm seeing you confront it and then find new strength in that. Your next big blessing is how much strength you've gained through this, how you are not the same person you were when this started. I feel like it's been a long process or just a very shocking process of, I feel like someone did something to you. Like I can't get over it. It feels like someone did something really painful to you, and I feel like some of you, was quite abusive. I'm getting that energy as well. Yeah, I'm getting that energy as well. It doesn't have to be that, but whatever it was really shocked you and really was painful, and you're going through a transformation right now because of it, and it's caused a lot of pain is what I'm seeing. And I think you're just trying to find yourself through that pain, and you're never, I feel like there's this feeling of like, I'm never going to go through that again. I've learned my lesson, like, and I'm a different person, and like making sure you keep telling yourself that, and like reminding yourself that you're safe, because you are safe. I think that whatever this was like caused you to feel really unsafe, like really, really like unsafe, like either physically, mentally, emotionally, all the above, spiritually even. Some of you could have had someone doing spiritual things to you. Like I am seeing that. There was this energy of like, I don't even want to get into it. I'm like, oh, someone's like trying to do spell work on you. And like, if that's the case, if there was someone trying to, and it doesn't have to be that. It can be someone like just jealous or evil eyeing you. Like it doesn't have to be conscious that they're doing this. Some people you might have had someone consciously doing this to you, but if you didn't have it consciously done, maybe someone was talking badly about you. That energy gets put out in the ether and can affect you. You may have been very affected by other people's energy. But Spirit wants to say, like, if anyone did anything to you unconsciously, consciously, that is karmic. It will come back to them, and it will never last. Like, if someone's doing something spiritually to you, that comes back pretty quickly. Especially if you're, like, not at all, like, doing anything like that, and not at all engaging. Like, oh, no, Spirit's not cool with that. That never flies. I will tell you that much. I've learned that, because people do that to me before. And it gets met with some serious consequences. And so Spirit wants to remind you that, like, there's serious consequences for whoever did whatever to you. That's what I'm feeling. And I don't usually say that, but that's what I'm getting. Yeah, you feel very emotionally, like, okay, so the Shadow card, and then we have Four of Cups. Four of Cups is feeling very emotionally just disappointed, wrecked over what's happened. And I want to see what happened. What happened to you? Something that threw you off balance, something that affected the way that you balance yourself even. This is Libra energy. Something in the way that even the way you were diplomatic with others. Maybe someone hurt you in your. I'm hearing. To me, it was like someone hurt you when you were in your joy, when you were feeling vulnerable, when you were feeling balanced, even. And it really threw you. I'm getting this like throwing energies. Really threw you off. And it really made you like, okay, I really need to move to calmer waters. Again, I'm getting that taking your stand. Like you're taking a stand on something. You're moving to calmer waters, and you don't really. I'm getting this feeling like I don't really care what they think, you know, and looking into calmer waters with people that actually give you equal give and take. I feel like I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles. So whoever did this to you, they wanted to make you feel left out in the cold, or that wasn't maybe their conscious intention, but it came across that way. Someone could have. I'm getting cheated. I'm getting specific, but. It doesn't have to be cheated. It can be went behind your back, spent your money, conned you. Like there's a conning energy a little bit, which is I don't usually get that. This was like, wow, this was so difficult to go through. I'm seeing you find your confidence. Like I'm seeing you find bravery and passion again after a very difficult time, and you're moving forward. Hold on, is this King of Wands then? Can I see King of Wands, Eight of Wands? What is this? I was like, I think this is about someone else, and then I got Two of Cups. You could be having incoming communication from someone that's like a King of Wands, and I don't feel like it's bad. I'm getting a very light energy. This does not feel like the person that hurt you. This feels like someone else. So there's somebody that you feel you want to talk to, or wants to talk to you, and it's some type of, I'm hearing romantic relationship. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I am getting it. Oh wow, we got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is you. Okay, so if it's not you, pick the King of Wands and reverse energies as you see fit, okay? But what I'm getting is that there's somebody, you're very stable, nurturing, kind. I'm getting really trying to focus on yourself and your independence and your self-worth. And there's a relationship here where there's somebody who's confident, magnetic. I'm hearing consistent. I'm getting a King of Pentacles as well, energies. So it's like they're stable, consistent. They're very reliable. And you really, like, I'm getting a conversation happening between you two or something. What's this Eight of Wands? This is next big blessing, maybe a conversation. someone coming in to give you a cup of love. I'm seeing it. I am. It may be in the works right now because we got, is this Five of Swords? No, it's Four of Swords. Okay, good. I was like, I swear that's not Five of Swords. We have Four of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. So someone's going to make a decision to bring a cup of love to you. It's just on pause right now. Or maybe you have it on pause because you're trying to heal. What's this Four of Swords? Four of Wands. So you guys want a relationship together. I'm seeing it. It's like a love reading. I love it. Your next big blessing could be a relationship coming in. Someone giving you a cup of love. Something that is healing right now that's maybe on rest mode, but there's some type of relationship, a staple, a place that you feel like you could be safe in. This person makes you feel safe. Okay, there's King of Swords. The Lovers. Yes, Ten of Pentacles. Someone you feel like you could... Wow, this is totally turning into a love reading. I love it. Oh my God, pile one. This is exciting. Okay. Someone you feel like is a counterpart, a soulmate. I'm getting it's a soulmate. And it's someone that you feel like you could build Ten of Pentacles with, a long-term relationship with. I am getting for some of you, this could be someone you already have a Ten of Pentacles relationship, but for me, I don't know if if that is your story, if you're already with somebody, then your relationship is becoming more stable. I just want to say that for some reason. It doesn't have to be that they're coming in. It could just be like you guys are building into something even better than what was before, but it's your wish fulfillment to do this. It's both of your wish fulfillment. I'm seeing it really strong. This is exciting, pile one. After trial of pain, wait, what am I trying to say? A trial and error of pain. I don't know why I was trying to say that. Sorry. After a pain period, and after being through so much, like I can't even tell you, after being heartbroken, there's a heartbreak. Do I have any signs here? We have Gemini. Is that it? And Libra. Gemini and Libra. Yep, that's it. Gemini and Libra. Lovely. Okay. Okay, so you've been through a period of heartbreak. And there's after you're healing right now. So once you're done healing, I'm getting this feeling of like once you kind of have taken a fresh breath of air, like once you've kind of like released this, and I think you're going through a grieving process. Once you've grieved, I'm getting that there's an opportunity of a soulmate coming in for you. I'm getting it. I really am. And I'm hearing Leo, Sag, but it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It could also be an air sign. I'm getting fire and air strongly, but it doesn't have to be those placements. You feel this intuitively. What? You know this is going to come in for you. Do you have an idea that this is happening? What is this High Priestess? The Magician, something you manifested? Are you joking? This is so exciting, pile one. I'm sorry. I'm getting so excited for you. Excuse me. You manifested this. You have an intuition that someone's coming in. It could be someone you know. It doesn't have to be. It could be new. I'm getting some of you it's new and some of you it's old. But it'd be someone that you really want to talk to, that you really want to connect with, that you feel is your genuine counterpart. They or you may be holding back right now because you're healing. I'm getting that feeling of like there's a holding back of giving, like going towards this or giving to this because you feel like you're still healing from something. Either you feel like you're healing from something, or they're healing from something, or both of you are healing from something. You feel you must go through a period of healing. I'm getting it because you really want to be healthy. I feel like some of you may have been in a collaboration or a relationship. It could have been like a toxic workplace, a toxic partner, a toxic situation in some way. You are in a really toxic situation and you're healing through it. You're purging it, you're releasing it, you're moving on. And because you did the work to get out of the toxic relationship, because what can happen when toxicity breeds other parts of us that are toxic. So like I've been in a toxic relationship before, so there's no judgment. So when we're in a toxic relationship, we have parts of our inner child or parts of our unhealed trauma that are attaching to this person, and they can be abusive or toxic in some way. Now, the way to get out of that is you have to heal so much. Like you really do. You have to look at it. You have to feel everything. There's so much grief. You may have childhood trauma you're looking at. Like you've done so much work, pal one, that like you wanted to be totally healed for this next relationship. That's why I'm really feeling like a strong, like I need to heal right now. And that is such a beautiful, wonderful place to be. You're not grabbing onto solutions. You're not trying to hold on. You're not trying to chase. You're not jumping from one relationship to another. You could have been doing it in the past. I have before, and now I don't. And it's beautiful. And I'm getting this like beautiful, wonderful thing of like, you are not doing that anymore. And you are like really healing yourself at a very deep level. And I think you should be so proud of yourself. I am over the moon proud of you. And so are your guides. And I think that it's recognizing that, how far you've come, how much you've healed, how much work. I mean, I'm seeing 8 of Pentacles. You put in the most maximum work on something that was such a pain point for you. I do get that, like, they may have done something very not okay to you. to where you kind of had to in some way look at this. But there's a lot of people that stay in abusive relationships or toxic relationships or relationships that are not good for them. It doesn't have to be abusive, it doesn't have to be toxic, but I am getting a feeling that for some of you it could have been abusive and it could have been toxic, and you now are healing, and you've healed a lot already. Like, I do want to, Spirit wants to validate, like, you have healed a lot already. Like, give yourself that recognition. That is part of the healing process. It's saying, wow, I've come so far. Wow, like, how do I look at myself not in a bad way anymore? How do I look at myself and see all the beauty that's within me? I think this person or whatever the situation was that was toxic made you look at yourself in a way that was not in the light and truth, and you may have taken on their criticism and their judgment, and now this is about like unlayering all that conditioning. Because what happens with toxic partners is that sometimes they want to make us need them because they feel bad about themselves, and so they want to lower our self-esteem to make themselves feel better, so that they feel like we need them to stay. Now, it erodes your self-esteem over time. I can tell you that much. I know that from experience. And I think that you're taking your power back and being like, no. Your next big blessing is you're powerful, you're strong, you're leaving something really painful behind. You're releasing and purging something so painful. Like, I can't even, it's shattered and devastated you to a level that I don't think you've ever been maybe this shattered or devastated about something or somebody before. And, yeah. And so you are now taking back the reins, pulling your power back to you, finding your strength, I'm hearing you're pulling your bootstraps up and moving on. And releasing this, and again, I want to validate how painful and how hard it is to do that. I do. I want to validate that because it feels so painful. And you have an opportunity coming up for you to be in a new relationship that's much more healthy and much more loving towards you. And it's because you've done the deep work to heal from that past relationship that you are now being able to open yourself up to something much healthier. And I think that when you meet this person, or when you have this person come back from the past, that's actually like, the person from the past, if it's from someone from the past, it doesn't feel like you guys had like a super deep relationship. Like, it feels like it's like a collaboration of some type, or like a work situation, or like someone you're acquaintances with, or like it's not going to be like you've had like such a deep relationship. I'm getting that for some reason. But it will feel like you guys resonate with each other, and you feel called to like go after them or to be with them. Like, you will feel that calling. What was I saying before that? So you're going towards this next person's not going to be like the last person, because you've healed so much, and I want you to realize that, so I know that, because that's not, I'm getting you're doing such deep healing work, socially, mentally, spiritually, physically, emotionally, that whoever's your next partner, whoever this is like a really good person. Like, I'm getting it. They're very strong, stable, consistent, kind, emotionally healthy. Definitely emotionally healthy. You may feel like when you get in this relationship, you're like, what is happening? Because it's going to be such a stark contrast to whatever you came from. Like, you're going to be shocked in a good way this time, not a bad way. It's going to be it's going to be a good time. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, but in a good way. Okay, I want to get some final advice. I'm like so excited for you, Pal One, and I'm also just very deeply moved by your work and how hard you've worked. Yeah, you want these ones? How hard you've worked to get here. So final advice. Yes, have confidence. Look at you. You're having confidence again. Remember that when you go through something that knocks your confidence, it takes a minute to get your confidence back. And you're getting your confidence back. It just may be taking a little bit of time, and that's okay. It's okay that it's taking time. Yeah, you're going to have new energy, new things to focus on, focus on the things that bring you joy. Go back to picking flowers again. You know, that's a metaphor, but it's, go back to the things that bring you joy. And you will be able to be vulnerable with this person in a way that you feel like your vulnerability was taken advantage of from the last time. Yes, and you're going to get your creativity back. Focus on creativity and your confidence and being brave and finding things that light your soul up. And make sure that you're feeling your pain, ideation and pain. Make sure you're feeling your pain. I feel like you're determined to do that already. Some of you may actually be a little bit too determined in healing and may need to take breaks. So I'm like that too. So that if that's the case, it doesn't have to be a case for all of you, but if that's the case, take some breaks. It's okay to take breaks. It's actually part of healing to take breaks from healing. Like, you can't just be pushing yourself to feel everything all the time. It's overwhelming for your nervous system. So you have to take breaks. And I know that's annoying. Like, I get it. I'm like such a determined person to be like, I just want to heal everything right now. Like, so I totally get it. Okay. Is there any final advice you have? I'm so proud of you, Pal One. You're coming out of a very difficult situation. Yeah. And I think you're being be cautious about, this person that hurt you or situation that hurt you, make sure that you're, yes, make sure you're protecting yourself protecting your vulnerability from the wrong person or the wrong people or this situation that really hurts you. Make sure you're protecting yourself. I am getting that you already are, but there's an extra need to just be cautious. Be aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. And if you do see this person, do not judge yourself or beat yourself up about it, because that makes it too hard. It makes it harder. I will say that. And you're going to be able to move, okay? You're going to have movement soon, okay, Pile 1? I'm so proud of you, and I love you so much, Pile 1. You're gonna be okay, okay? You're gonna be okay. You're gonna get through this, I promise. Okay, Pile 1, thank you so much. I think that's all I have for you, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, Pile 2. Welcome to your reading. So today we're doing a pick a card on your next big blessing. You guys picked the offering. The links... Obviously, the link to like skipping the cards is in the description box if you want to skip me reading the cards, but I'm going to start reading them. We have Sparks, Divine Timing. We have the Offering, Dead End, Detachment, The Alchemist, Balance, Invention, and Destruction. We have Stars, Wishes Come True, Peace, Miracle, Dream, Falling in Love, Hope, Inspired, Providence, Blessed, and Nighttime. And we have Trust. Okay, Pile 2. So, I feel like the Offering, do you see how the hand is like coming from this side? It's almost like you're giving up some type of dead end. You're detaching from something that you may have been attached to before that you thought would be a path for you, but you're changing that. It's like I'm seeing you like realize like, or know with a very strong knowing that this is not your path anymore. And you are in the process of like trying to detach from this dead end and give it up to Spirit. I heard God, but give it up to Spirit. And this Offering is very painful for you to do. But what the Offering also talks about is when you give up the things that are not serving you, and when you give up the things that are not serving you, you create space for beauty, love, and then we have Divine Timing and Spark. So you're giving up something to get something better. You're creating space. There's a sacredness in what you're doing. Spirit really wants to honor how hard it's been to detach from this dead end. It could have been something you really wanted, or it could have been something that you thought you wanted that really didn't turn out the way that it was meant to, or that you thought it would go. And I'm seeing you like have to take apart all these strings. Like, okay, so like I'm seeing you attached to something with strings, and like I'm seeing you like pull each string back and like just pull, like, and it was like you're taking all this effort to just pull. Oh, I hope that's not going to be on there's like a lawnmower. Oh well. Unless it gets too loud, I'll pull off. But you're trying to pull off all these strings that have been attached to you. And it could have been to childhood trauma. It could be to a person. It could be both for some of you. You've had to really heal. And when I was tapping in your energy, I saw this crazy vision, wonderful vision, of you had all these crows and they were like all around your head, and like you were first swatting them away, like trying to get it's almost like thoughts. Like I was getting it as like thoughts or even parts of you like away. Like I don't want to hear that. I don't want to see that. And now I'm seeing you take each crow and like bring it to you and like soothe it. And then each one, like I'm seeing you take each one, soothe it. And then I'm seeing they're all standing with you now. And it's like, I don't know if you had to get a lot of different parts of you on board to do this. I don't know if you had to heal different parts of you that were trying to avoid this type of dead end. You could have been holding on to something for quite a while. And now I'm seeing you fully detach and fully process. And it's because you are alchemizing it. We have the alchemizer with We have the alchemist with balance, invention, and destruction. So I'm seeing you like deconstruct this staple in your life or thing in your life and really like look at it. And I'm seeing the Judgment card. So like really like breaking it down, analyzing it, trying to feel everything, trying to make sure that you're healing, very focused on healing, whatever this was, because I think whatever this dead end was is like stopping you from moving forward or keeping you stuck in some way in your mind. Specifically, it really messed with your mental self, is what I'm seeing. And now that you're like detaching finally being able to give this up, seeing you give it up like as like a thing to Spirit, and Spirit's now taking it out of your hands, and I'm seeing Spirit give you something so much better. And what this is like there's some type of person, romantic person, or I'm seeing abundance, I'm seeing pentacles. So there's some type of real world gift you're getting from Spirit for giving this up, and it has something to do with something you'd be really excited about. And there's also divine timing at play, but it's something you wish for. This stars card, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. it says, stars, wishes come true. So there's some type of wish that you have that's coming true because of what you've offered to spirit, this thing that's been this dead end. And I don't think it was easy to do. I think it was probably one of the hardest things to give up. I think you might have thought, again, I keep getting that feeling of like, I thought this was going to be something it's not. And like having to face that reality of what the situation actually is instead of what you want it to be is so hard. Because it's always going to be the carrot in front of our face, like saying like, you know, it's always going to be that thing that's like, you could have this, maybe it will change, maybe it will become what you want, maybe it will be a good path, maybe this path will open, right? And it's like, this path's not opening, this path is a dead end, and you know that now. But it took a lot to get there, I think. And it says falling in love, hope, inspired, providence, blessed, nighttime. Like you're getting, I'm seeing you like get a bunch of new ideas. I'm seeing you feel inspired again, feel joy again. Your fire energy is coming back online. Like it's really giving like that transformation through a death into a new beginning. And like the new beginning, you finally are getting your like hope back and your resilience back. Not your resilience, but your hope back, and realizing how much resilience you had to have to go through this. And again, I feel like there's some idea that you're coming up with. Like it's inspiring you. Maybe this dead end is, I'm seeing you like create better soil out of really crap. I'm seeing you like take the crappy soil and like rework it to wonderful soil for yourself only. And I'm seeing you bring it into like a new place that the soil is going to actually work in. Like you might have had, your soil was beautiful and wonderful. You try to plant it in like a very dead place and it like isn't growing, and like you tried to make it work and you did everything you could to the soil to make it work, and it just wasn't working with you in some way, or it wasn't panning out the way you wanted. And then I'm seeing you like be like, okay, I can't put my energy here anymore. I can't keep giving to this. This is not growing. And so now you're taking your soil and you're planting it in a new space, and this new space is where I'm seeing spirit is. And not that spirit wasn't in the last thing, of course it was, but it wasn't like good for, I'm seeing it was like painful for your energy, or it like made you less than, or it made you like feel bad about yourself, or it made something like that, like really mess with your mind, and your confidence and your self-esteem. And I'm seeing you like gain confidence through getting out of this, through detaching from this dead end. And I'm seeing you again place the soil in like a place that's like really fertile and beautiful and wonderful. And it's, again, I think that something you wish for is coming true. And I think that there's divine timing at play. I think you're still working on this, and that's okay. And I think you've had to have a lot of faith and trust in this process in yourself, like mostly in yourself. I think you've had to, like, you really learned who you were through this, and you realize you're like so beautiful and wonderful through this. And I think that that's the biggest gift of all. Okay, I want to get into some tarot. I'm really proud of you, Pal, too. This is really big. This is painful, but also really big. And it sucks. I mean, through pain, we grow a lot. And I think you had to go through a very painful thing. Someone could have been creating, I'm hearing madness. Wow. Someone could have been really creating like a lot of conflict within you, and a conflict like between you. Like it feels like a very harsh energy that I'm getting between you and whatever this thing was that you're detaching from. Okay. What's going on? Yeah. Okay. So part of what your next big blessing is that now you're going to be able to create long-term happiness, and it could be with somebody else. I'm getting family vibes, but it could be with a partner. What's this 10 of Cups? Hold on one second. What? 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles? This is so big. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for you. This is huge. Wow. You're getting, okay, so you give up your dead end, right? You're giving it up. Guess what you get? 10 of Pentacles and 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is like long-term happiness, stability. Well, it's stability too, but long-term happiness, emotional fulfillment with others, with a person, with a place, with a job, with a project, with everything. It's like you're creating a new stability for yourself, and it's long-term, because I think that whatever this was, oh, that's so annoying. I might have to pause. Damn it. Yeah, you're starting a new beginning, and some of you have a relationship going. I might have to stop you guys. It's too loud. I'm frustrated with that. I want to keep going. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to pause, but it's only going to be a second for you, but I'm going to have to wait. Sorry, guys. I'll be right back. So sorry for the pause. Okay, so I don't know where I was. It's been a minute. I feel like I do want to say, so it was obviously I couldn't channel anymore, and that to me always signifies like there may be a person or a thing that's distracting you when you're doing something you love, or some type of distraction coming in that's I felt like it was almost like a warning for some reason, that's loud, that's gonna feel hard to not be distracted by, and so I don't know, that's just I don't know, it's just something I needed to say. Okay, let's see where we were. So you are investing and getting the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, which is huge. It's again, I feel like you're detaching from some type of dead end. It could be with a person. Some of you, I feel like it's with a person. Okay, or a job. Yes, look at you. You're getting a win. Oh my God, I can't. Look at this. Spirit's offering you this is so good. And here's the thing. When you get these types of gifts, I feel like you might have been putting your focus over here on the dead end. And now I'm feeling you shift into like putting focus on like my long-term happiness, my long-term stability. And that is bringing you a win. You're doing the work to create a blessing. And you have done this. And again, I feel like it's your wish fulfillment, but I feel like you're going to get more than you even asked for, is what I'm hearing Spirit say, which is really beautiful. But it's, again, I feel like you have had and are giving up something that's really hard. Some of you could even be detaching from a job or an addiction or just something that was causing you pain. Yeah, something was causing you confusion. I feel like you're wondering what cup is going to come true, what wish is going to come true. What's the 7 of Cups? Yeah, but you feel like I feel like your intuition is telling you like something big's happening. Something big is happening. You will feel like something big's happening energetically, intuitively. And you will feel sparked by a lot. I keep getting inspired by a lot of things. Maybe you feel like I feel like you maybe had to shut off for a while to get away from this dead end thing, or it shut you down in some way. And now you're emotionally opening back up. We have Queen of Cups. Your intuitions are coming back online. Your emotions are coming back online. You're rebalancing yourself in a really big way. We have Libra energy here. So this is you really focusing on like, okay, what makes me feel balanced? What makes me feel whole? What do I need? Like you maybe we're prioritizing someone else's needs or something else's needs or some situation's need over your own. And now like I'm seeing like pull back and stop giving to whatever this dead end was. And now you're pouring back into yourself and like you're really trying to focus on like, okay, what are my emotional needs? What are my physical needs? What are my material needs? And what's a recipe I need to do that? And I think you figured out some type of recipe here to bring about long-term happiness, long-term stability, and even better relationships. I feel like you're calling in. And I feel like some of you may have new relationships coming in for you soon. We have King of Swords. You had to really get discerning too. I was seeing 7 of Swords as well. Like really becoming discerning about the lies you tell yourself or the lies that others are telling you. You've become very energetically precise, is what I'm hearing Spirit say. I need to take a deep breath. Energetically precise and discerning. Okay, this person's doing this and this person's doing that. I'm seeing you have really good pattern recognition, but before it may have been involved, like your wounding might have gotten involved, or not involved, but in the way of seeing things clearly. I'm seeing you completely heal your wounding. And now I'm seeing your third eye got cleared out, and I'm seeing you be able to do pattern recognition way better than you ever have before. And your spiritual gifts, I feel like, are becoming more online, or not even becoming more online. That's not what I meant. Becoming way stronger. Like I'm seeing a huge upgrade in your spiritual gifts, and specifically your intuition. You feel emotionally disappointed by. I feel like you might be emotionally. What is this emotional disappointment? I knew it. I was like the towers. Did I say the tower was going to come out? Maybe I didn't. We have the tower here, which is Mars energy. What's a tower in really quick? What happened? Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles came out like this. I'm just going to mark it that way or clock it that way. There's a tower in some type of opportunity you had that... Okay, what's this tower in? Something that you wished for. I actually don't know if this is a bad thing. Hold on. What is this tower about? I think this is a good tower. Yeah, wow. You're going to be... Okay, what I'm getting... At first I was like, is this an opportunity? And like that didn't work out. I'm getting that like, okay, in the past an opportunity might have not been upright. Might have not been the right time. Again, we had divine timing here. And so now there is... Your wish fulfillment is coming back around. I'm seeing it like a return. Like, so... This is something in the past that you really wanted and really manifested, but it just like wasn't the right time. Or I keep getting the right time for it to come forward. Maybe the other person wasn't ready, or there wasn't enough healing that had happened or something. But the tower is that there's an opportunity incoming. Knight of Swords is fast energy. So tower is incoming opportunity that's really fast moving. It's coming quicker than you think is what I'm hearing. It's your wish fulfillment. It has to do with something that you envision for yourself, like a future vision that's really beautiful. It has to do with 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and a win. And something that you wanted to plan for, that you felt you really want it. I'm getting it. And there's a deep healing happening around your wish fulfillment too. And a deep healing around your foundation. I'm getting, because towers always happen, and I'm talking about the tower and without it being like a good thing. If it's towers, it's like taking down something that's not warranted or not supposed to be there. What was I trying to say with that? There's a healing in the foundation because, okay, towers take apart foundations that are not working for us. So your star, which is Aquarius energy, is also about healing. It's not just about future visions and stuff, which I feel like that applies here too. It's about healing a foundational thing, and I feel like this foundational thing was first within you. You had to heal something that was deeply buried or deeply wounded, something that caused you to always feel like you weren't safe, or you weren't, like, you didn't have enough, or it's something about like a wounded place within you that became a foundation that you are now finally clearing out. And because you're doing that, you are opening up the opening up yourself to your actual wish fulfillment and to healing and to something's coming in for you. Look at it. Okay, so tower is something shocking you're not expecting. An opportunity comes in. Someone brings it to you. Knight of Swords. Quickly. This is a very quick energy. It's your wish fulfillment. It's healing. And it's also what you wanted for your future. And it's something you planned for, that you looked forward to, that you really thought was going to pan out back in the day. I keep getting it back in the day. It doesn't have to be. Some of you, this is a newer manifestation, but I am getting, for a lot of you, it's a return of a manifestation. Yeah, okay, so this is after, so I am clocking this. So the 5 of Swords with the 6 of Cups. So this to me is like before in the past, maybe with childhood or with a person, even a sweet connection became, or a sweet thing that you had in the past, something like that was sweet, turned 5 of Swords, which is like winning at all costs, conflict, even the conflict within you. So like this could have been, okay, so I'm trying to figure out different ways to say this. Okay, so there could have been a person who was in 5 of Swords, trying to win at all costs, aggressive, controlling, manipulative, right? And it was once sweet between you, and now there's like, that maybe that's that dead end. That could be it for some of you. The other way I'm reading this is that 5 of Swords can be all the ways that we're putting ourselves down, that we feel bad about ourselves, that we're telling ourselves we're not good enough, or we don't deserve things. And there's a healing. And I also feel like this is a angelic healing. Like I feel like you have angels working with you and guides really with you. Like I really feel it. There's an energetic cellular healing going on from your guides that is helping take apart old standing conditions from others and from yourself. And it has to do with things that shouldn't have been in the 5 of Swords. It should have been like sweet and nurturing and kind and loving, and it turned out 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords is like the opposite of that. So it's like something that was once sweet, or even your childhood, right? Like this could be a childhood, it was really sweet. It was supposed to be really sweet, but what it was with 5 of Swords, which is like you had parents that were always controlling or defensive, always trying to either get in your business or ignore you, neglect you. I mean, it could be anything, right? I'm just giving you examples. And it was supposed to be a sweet thing, and that left you wounded, right? But you're healing that. There's a big, huge healing happening in your childhood, in your past, around your wounding. Specifically, your wounding around not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy, not feeling like you deserve your wish fulfillment, not feeling like you can even stand in your wish fulfillment or do the work to have your wish fulfillment. It's not truth. It's not based in 5 of Swords will never be based in truth. It's all the ways that we talk about ourselves that are not in the truth. And I think that that's something you're realizing. Like my brain really talks to me mean sometimes, and like I need to like you're making a judgment call to give yourself love. That's what I'm saying. You're breaking down how to give yourself the love that you never had and the love that you so desperately need. And maybe you were looking for it in places that you had the 5 of Swords, because when we have 5 of Swords in our childhood, right, we can remanifest that type of partner to heal it. So maybe you had a partner that was in 5 of Swords that made you look at your childhood, that made you heal things. And now you're like coming out the other side, and the sun's coming out again, and you feel glorious and beautiful and hopeful again, and it's really beautiful. And I feel like you have some serious wish fulfillment coming in, and it has to do with your long-term happiness, your long-term abundance, your long-term stability. And it's something you really wanted, and it's coming in quickly. Can I see what the Knight of Swords is really quick? Can I see what the Knight of Swords is? Yeah, it's something that's going to give you equal give and take. It's 6 of Pentacles, something that's going to give back to you what you give it. And I know you have beautiful energy power too. You're a wonderful person. You've been through some really hard things, and you work really hard. I am getting you've worked so hard to get through this. You did not give up on yourself. And be really beautiful. It's so beautiful. And because of that, I feel like some of you have an incoming partner or soulmate coming in, definitely. Someone you really wanted to be with, or a project that's your wish fulfillment to get recognized. You're getting recognized for something, or you're being seen in a way you've never been seen before, and it's happening quickly. It is. It's Knight of Swords is like one of the fastest cards in the deck. Okay, what's your advice for this? Is there any advice? Yes, it's gonna bring in your happiness. Yes, it's your wish fulfillment. It's emotionally fulfilling. It's gonna be, and you go from the 9 to the 10 of Cups. So you're gonna start. So what I'm getting is you're gonna start. This was like once a wish fulfillment inside. It's coming out of you. Like, look at that, how gorgeous this card. I love this 9 of Cups. She's like literally opening up again, and it's just like so beautiful, and it's just like this huge ecstatic openness that she's having, and it's because she has everything she needs, and she's overflowing with abundance and love. And then you move, so you're gonna, it's like, I see it like this. So you were once wanting this, wishing for this, it was not panning out, something, right? Now your wish fulfillment is being able to come back around, but you're different now. You're different. You're able to open to it completely. And you may have not been feeling open to before because it's dead end, but I feel like that's something you've been working towards, trying to be open again after heartbreak or pain of some type. So you're gonna be so happy. I'm seeing you just be so ecstatic, and then I'm seeing you move into the 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles, and that is you working in tandem with somebody else, someone that you're gonna feel in like deep resonance with. Whatever your wish fulfillment is in, it's very deep. Like, I don't know what it is for you. It could be a person that you really want to be with, or a soulmate that you really wanted to be with, or if you're starting a family with someone, or or your project takes off and like it's making a lot of money and you're getting a lot of like public recognition. Like 6 of Wands is public recognition too. And if it's continuing with 10 of Pentacles, that's like public recognition in your work that you're trying to gain for long term. Like what you're bringing in is so long term, and it's all about happiness and love and joy and stability and security and safety. Again, I feel like you've had to go through the ringer to get here though, and that's why it's coming in for you. And it's not like you had to go through it to have it come in. It's just, I really do feel like Spirit's giving you a gift. We have the offering. It says a gift, a blessing, and it's because you've had to give up something really painful, and it talks about that in the book too. Okay, I want to get advice cards. Is there anything else that's coming in for pile 2? Let's see what else. Pile 2. What's coming in for pile 2? Flying. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so you see how she's like flying here? Flying. Like, and it's a unicorn. So whatever you're calling in is rare. Really rare. I mean, I feel like for some of you, it's a person you specifically really want to be with is coming around again. That's really going to be open to you now, I feel like. Or it's a project that you feel like you had blockages in that now it's finally taking off, like, or it could be a job. You got a job offer somewhere that you like love and like feel so fulfilled in. Like, it's gonna be something you really want. Yes, because you've hit rock bottom. Like, you really had to hit rock bottom and go into the unknown. And maybe even this next part is really unknown to you, and I think that's really scary. But I think there's something. I think for me it would be very scary. I don't know if it is for you, but it might be scary because you don't really know where you're going next, or you do, but you have an idea, but like things haven't fallen in place yet to where you're able to be like concrete, like, yes, this is what's happening. And so I feel like you kind of had to like jump, like it's like the Fool in the most. I was seeing the Fool on the bottom of the deck. It's like the Fool in the most untethered energy. Like you don't know where you're going, you don't know what's gonna happen next, but you're just trusting. You're just like, I'm just gonna trust for the first time, maybe in this way. It's a very open trust. It's a very like, I'm jumping and I might fall on my face, but that's okay because I fell on my face over here and I got back up. And if I can do that, I can definitely do this. Because I feel like whatever you're jumping towards is so much more promising than whatever this dead end was. And I think that maybe that was part of it. It's like, you're like, I literally jumped for something that like, I fell flat on my face. But it really wasn't what I thought it was going to be or what I really wanted. And now I'm really jumping towards what I actually want because I figured out what I actually want because I went through something I didn't want, right? You're almost seeing the contrast of it. And so you're like, no, I really want this. Like, this is actually something worth it to jump for. If I was willing to jump back there for something that wasn't like maybe totally amazing, like why can't I jump for something totally amazing? And that mentality that I'm hitting on for you is so big. Like, that kind of mentality is what brings in these types of things. It's because you're just like, I'm going for it. You're going for it with no abandon. And Spirit's just so excited for you and so proud of you for jumping and being open, being so open. Like, like, okay, when you go through really painful things, you want to contract. And you maybe had contracted for quite a while dealing with this other person or thing. And I do feel like there's a warning of being careful if they try to, I feel like this person might try to come back in or squawk at you or create noise or static or something to try to throw you off in some way. So there's a caution of being careful with that. But I don't really feel like that's going to be an issue for you. And if it is, it's okay. It's just like take your time, go one day at a time, make sure you're making concrete decisions and being very sure and cautious about what you're doing. But I feel like you're moving past, I really do. I feel like you've moved past that. So they do come in. I mean, I think you're going to be able to handle it pretty well. I think you already know what I'm talking about a lot. But you really had to contract maybe for a long time. And now you're like really like working through so much wounding that you're like healing it so deeply that you're now able to open in a way that you never have before. And that's another blessing. Because when we are open like that to the universe and willing and just curious and excited and inspired, that brings in more of that. And so that's what you're getting. It is so big, pal, too. I cannot tell you. I am like really proud of you, but I'm also just really excited because I'm excited for this wish fulfillment to come in. Please tell me if it happens because I would just love to see that. And yeah, man, pal, too, I'm so excited for you. Okay, I think that's all I have for you, pal, too. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time. Hi, pal 3, welcome to your reading. So today we're doing a pick a card on your next big blessing, and you picked the Mystic card. If you want to wow, I can't talk. If you want to skip me reading the cards, there's a link to the description box below that you can do that. Okay, we have separation, redacted, the Mystic, fate, manipulation, child, beginnings, innocent, brand new, creativity, spontaneous, carefree, inexperienced, tender, new perspective, and boy, the archer, biding your time and planning ahead, and peace. Okay, so pile 3, I feel like, okay, so with this fate and this manipulation card, I feel like there was somebody around you that was like literally puppeting strings, trying to control where you were going, trying to manipulate where you were going, trying to make you feel left out in the cold in some way so that you couldn't move forward. I feel like, and what's interesting is that when I was tapping into the energy, I saw like you were on strings with somebody else and there was like the devil above you, kind of like in the devil card. And you looked up at the devil and you were like, and you like noticed and you were like, whoa. And then you like totally like ripped the strings away from the devil. And so like the devil can represent addictions, a person that's unhealthy, a dynamic that's unhealthy, something where you're giving your power away to feel safe or soothed or secure. It's usually something that's familiar, that makes us feel better in the moment, that doesn't feel better long term. I feel like you're finally removing. So we have separated and redacted. This is like, I'm taking back my energy. I'm taking back my power. I'm separating from you. This is no longer a thing. But I also get that like you may be biding your time and strategic in how you're doing it to keep yourself safe. It's not, and I don't think it's maladaptive. I really don't think so. I think you're like, we have the biding your time and planning ahead card. Like you're trying to make sure that you're doing this as safe for you as possible. Some of you could be dealing with a person that is toxic. It doesn't have to be toxic, or a situation that you feel is hurting you in some way. But again, I feel like you're pulling your fate back, and I feel like you've really learned so much through this experience. And you now are becoming somebody that can teach what you've done to others, like some type of lesson you've learned with this person or thing that you're finally separating yourself from. You're going to be able to use this wisdom to, I'm hearing you're imparting wisdom on others that they really need. Like there's something about really bringing in help for other people and really talking about your experience in some way, using what you've been through for good. And I feel like one of your next big blessings is that you're becoming a mentor and a leader in a very powerful way, in a way that maybe you had never experienced before. I'm seeing you aim. I'm seeing this aim and like you shoot your target. So like it's like you're dead on with something. Like I feel like something you figured out something, like either a way to heal or a way to get away from a bad relationship or situation. And I feel like you are trying to still remove yourself. I'm still seeing like you trying to get these strings away from you. So there may be some energetic ties that you're cutting with somebody or something. Again, you're taking back your power. You're taking back your I'm here sanity. Wow, that's interesting. Your sanity. This person could have really done a number on you, or this situation could have done a number on you. It doesn't have to be a person. It could be a group of people. It could be a situation at work. It could be an acquaintance. It doesn't, probably not an acquaintance, but like, you know what I mean? It's something. I don't know exactly because I haven't gotten to the cards, but there's some type of situation that you feel has been stopping you from on your path, trying to get you to go another way that you may have been cool with going before, but now you're not. You're like, I don't want to go that way. Like, maybe I never really did. Maybe I thought I did. Maybe I thought it was going to be different. And I feel like you're like switching your direction. And Spirit wants to commend you for how strong you've had to be in removing yourself from this I feel like it's sticky. Like, whatever this was, this fate manipulation thing, like the fact that someone's trying to, or something is trying to control where you're going is very sticky. Like, there's something very sticky about it. The fire's going off right now, crazy too. Which is just like, it could have just really done a number on you, is what I'm hearing. Or is doing a number on you, and you're finally pulling out of it. I love this peace card. This peace card was so beautiful. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, you're really just trying to cultivate peace in your environment, in your body, in your system. And that is like so huge. To be able to even try to have peace over everything that's happened. I feel like you've healed some type of deep wounding around your power. Definitely your power, your independence, your sovereignty, your ability to move forward on your path the way you want. You could have been really confused before. Okay, I want to see what this is about. Okay, Spirit guides, can you give me a little more context? Yeah, it's about a relationship. Structure in your life. Doesn't have to be a relationship, it's some type of structure. Some type of foundational structure you are separating yourself from, and that is very painful. What's Four of Wands? Yeah, it's something that you feel you must do. I'm getting this feeling of like, I no longer want to put energy into this thing, person, place, structure in my life. I've had to have immense strength to do so. I've had to really pull, feeling just to pull on your deepest reserves to get through this. And you probably are. Some of you are still going through this. So I just want to, like, wherever it is, wherever you are. And then we have Emperor energy. Like, I feel like Aries, all the planets being in Aries has really helped you do this, or become more able to do this. Yeah, I feel like it was something that you really manifest, that you wanted to manifest, that turned out to be like a betrayal or a painful ending or something shocking happened. Because again, I was getting you to get shocked. Yeah, you're healing this. Look at that. Wow. Ooh, okay, so another way to read this is that you could be bringing in a new relationship. We have Leo energy and Aquarius. So you could be bringing in a relationship. I'm hearing a union of opposites. You could be bringing in, your next big blessing could be in bringing in a relationship where you feel like you can be in your power, and it adds to your strength, doesn't take away from it, and it's going to be super healing for your nervous system. Some of you already may be in this relationship, but I'm not getting that as much. And if it's not a relationship, it's a project or somewhere you want to go. Yeah, or some type of collaboration. It may not even be a relationship. It could be a collaboration, a workplace, a group of people, but it is your wish fulfillment. Look at you focusing on yourself. I love this. Oh my God. Yeah, see, I feel like it's some type of situation. Okay. I need to get like more separate. Okay, so I'm going to get one more or two more cards. What's the Sign of Cups? And okay, Queen of Wands, your confidence is coming back online. Oh, I love this. You're getting a wish fulfillment and a healing. I'm getting it. You're moving to calmer waters. Some of you are moving to calmer waters with a person. Specifically, it might not, I don't think it's, so if it's a person for you, this whole separating from, it's not that person. It's a different person. Just want to preface that. Okay, so you're moving slowly. That's okay. Knight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, because you're still a little bit in the mind. That's okay. Okay, so can I see what this Four of Wands is really quick? Oh, King of Pentacles and Seven of Cups. Hold on one second. Okay. I'm getting this feeling of like some of you have a relationship that's pending, or you don't know what's going to happen in, and you're wondering what's going to happen. You're collecting information about a cycle that you want to open with somebody else, is what I'm getting. Still trying to figure out like what's going on with that. Something you feel intuitively called to. Okay, so we have a King of Wands here, a Queen of Wands here, and we have the High Priestess. You feel like a incoming relationship of some type is coming in, or your intuition is wondering or thinking about somebody who could be a King of Pentacles. So that's somebody consistent, stable. The Devil. Okay, so I want to see what this is, because I did say the Devil. Okay, so what's a Devil? What's a Devil? Let me see what this is. Okay, Two of Cups and Hangman. Okay, hold on one second. What's a Devil? I'm getting, hold on one second. Yes, you're healing some type of, you healed something. Hold on. Devil. What's a devil? What is it in, though? Some of you still have to make a decision on closing out a cycle with the devil. Something that's put you on pause. Something that could be involved with another relationship. Look at you, but you're getting a win. Oh, because you're looking at the heartbreak. One of the ways to get out of devil energy is to look at the pain that's underneath that's causing you to want to causing you to want to grab on to something outside of you to make you feel safe. So there's pain that's not being felt. So you're getting a win because you're feeling the pain, and that's healing the devil within you. And it's something that you've been working on for a minute. Yes. You're bringing sun to the devil. Okay, so sun and strength both beat the devil. That's like the card that beats the devil. Wow, this is really big. You're overcoming a cycle with the devil. Yes, and you're moving to calmer waters. Wow, one of your next big blessings is that you're going to see the sun come out again. You're going to feel truth, clarity. You're going to feel power. You're going to feel like you're strong again. You're going to feel like you overcome the biggest feat of your life. That's what I'm getting. Like, it's like you're beating an addiction for good. You're leaving a toxic relationship behind for good. You're leaving a toxic workplace behind for good. You're no longer putting your power and your security and safety and love into others. You're now putting it in yourself first. Like, that's how big this is. And when you do that, that's when you get your wish fulfillment, which we had the 9 of Cups. That's when you get your wish fulfillment. That's when you get beautiful things coming in for you. Temperance in reverse. Interesting. What's temperance in reverse? So temperance in reverse in the devil is like there was some type of lack of balance. Okay, what's the temperance in reverse? Some type of lack of balance with a relationship or a situation. Yeah. This lack of balance caused a tower. It's like something wasn't being moderated in some way, either with another person or you. And you want to move forward, but you're feeling indecisive. Okay. What's this tower? 4 of Cups. Yeah, emotional disappointment. Okay. How do I read this? Hold on. I feel like there's another person here. I can't get over it. I want to make it more like general, and it could be a work situation or a toxic place that you feel like you had to go to extremes to keep alive. What I'm getting is that you felt to keep this relationship, situation, workplace, job, not addiction, but I'm not getting, some of you it could be addiction, but I'm not getting it as much. It will be like an addiction, but I'm not getting it's like a substance, but it could be. You had to put so much, it could be an addiction actually, because you have to put so much effort into keeping up the high, because you'll go into withdrawals. Like it could be that. But my point is, is that whatever this was, this devil energy, and it could have been with someone who's a King of Swords. So someone that's very intellectual, very logical. Doesn't have to be. But I feel like you were being asked to give so much to keep this thing alive. You're putting in all the work and they're not. You're doing everything you can and they're not. You're putting in extreme amounts of work to where you're almost like dying is what I'm getting. Like your body's like falling apart. Like that kind of extreme is what I'm getting. And I feel like it just was causing you to have to overwork. And there's a tower because maybe you're realizing all this. Like, wow, I had to put so much work in. Like, why am I doing that? Like, I just want to move forward and make a decision on this, but I'm feeling sad about this. Like, I'm feeling emotionally disappointed. Why do you feel indecisive about this? What is it? Is it because the other person's still involved? What's going on? What's the 2 of Swords in reverse? In reverse. What's the 2 of Swords? So there's a transformation happening. If you're feeling indecisive, Spirit's saying there's a transformation undergoing your indecision around this. And it's because there's still pain here that needs to be felt. I mean, it's like there's a lot of grieving that needs to happen. But once the grieving happens, you're going to step into independence, emotional. You had the 9 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So that's what okay. So I'm getting like this feeling of like, you may be some days feeling like, okay, I'm getting like really interesting this way. Okay. Getting like, okay, your old self and your new self, all right? So you were once in the old self, right? That was dealing with this devil energy and you're just giving everything and trying to keep it alive and like really thought that's what you wanted. Maybe you thought it was like a good relationship, right? Because usually it will like look like something it's not. And it's confusing and we do it subconsciously, so there's no judgment. So like maybe I'm just gonna give it as an example as a relationship. So let's say you're overworking, giving and giving and giving to this person, and they're not giving anything back to you, or it's very little amounts, or you're feeling consistently left out in the cold. And there's this promise of, if you just keep giving more, it's gonna work out. It's gonna turn into what you want. That's the lie, right? So there's transformation happening. How do I say this? Oh yeah, I was going back. I keep getting sidetracked. Okay. So your old self was in this whole devil, giving too much, trying so hard, not really ever getting what you need, and just giving and giving and giving, and now you're falling apart, right? Then you start implementing like new ways. Like you start pulling back a little bit from this relationship, let's say. You start putting it into like new ways of healing, looking at the wounding, trying to figure out why you're doing this, trying to figure out why you're so tired, trying to figure out why am I giving so much, and am I being compensated? Like you have to, that takes time, right? You're building your new self through healing, right? So then now I'm seeing like, you've done so much work, right? And it's evening out, right? So you have half and half of you. You have half of you that's still on the side of like, maybe even giving just a little bit, right? And that's okay. It takes time. This is a process. It's not like a one and done thing. It can be, but it's not. It's not with the devil involved. Usually it's very hard to break. So I'm seeing your new self become really strong, right? But then there's like this small part of you that's still feeling indecisive, because it's not, the transformation here is completing, like it's almost done. And so if you're feeling indecisive still, it just takes time to have your new self and the wounding to get completely cleared out. And so if you're dealing with this oscillating between the old self and the new self, that's very normal, and it's very valid for what you're going through, especially with devil energy. You may be holding back from nurturing it because you notice that nurturing whatever this devil energy is, because you're noticing like, okay, every time I put energy into this, I feel so bad about myself. And every time I put energy into like my new self and like what I want for my future and like things that actually make me feel independent and emotionally fulfilled, that feels so much better. So it's like, again, it's like a very big process of figuring out how to nurture yourself in the right ways and stop nurturing yourself in the wrong ways. And that, again, it's a huge process. And I'm seeing you on the horizon teaching this or being inspired by this and doing something else with it, or like, I don't know, there's something about you teaching this or being wisdom to others or having the wisdom to give others about this. I feel like you've been through something very difficult, and it's still kind of in your energy. It might not even be happening in the 3D. Some of you, this could just be in your energy of feeling indecisive, even though you've already told them like, I don't want to do this anymore, I'm done, right? It could be that too. So, and some of you could still be planning on how to tell this person or thing that you're not going to be engaging anymore, or you're just trying to figure it out. I think you're just in the middle of trying to figure it out, and it's just a lot. So I want to see once this transformation is fully done, what's coming next? What next big blessing is coming next? Connection. Yes. This is okay. So I felt like some of you were having a romantic partner come in. Yes, romance. Yes. Once you completely cut off this dead end, you're going to have a new connection in romance. There's a new connection here in romance. It's really beautiful and wonderful, and it's attached to the sun and Leo and Aquarius energy. Okay, what's this connection about? Yeah, see, I feel like you're still fighting to feel. So you're still fighting to not be left out in the cold. I feel like some of you are still dealing with another person. Okay, what's this connection about? Can you give me, what is this actual? Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking. And, okay, the next big blessing is that once you start, okay, so it's like, I see you like 80% loving yourself and 20% like maybe dealing with a person that's like not very great for you, or a situation that's not very great for you, but you're still trying to figure out how to like leave it and like put all your ducks in a row, or you're still trying to figure out how to move forward in some way. Once you finally figure it out, once this transformation is done with your indecision, because there's a transformation going on with how you think about things, the way you think about things, how you're healing, what you're healing, how it's going to look, like you're still in the middle of it. So once you heal this, and once you are finally able to make the decision and move forward and have a concrete answer, either within you or on the outside of you or both, then you're already pouring into yourself. I'm already seeing you do that. So this is just going to become more online, this ace of cups. And then because you're loving yourself even more, like 100%, I'm seeing you love yourself like 100%. I mean, obviously you can't do 100% all the time. And also grieving this, because I feel like you're grieving something. Then you're going to have a new opportunity in love for yourself. And it's also a concrete opportunity. And I feel like a lot of you are going to be publicly recognized, or you're going to be teaching, or because the mystic's about teaching. Yes. You're gonna feel so much better soon, okay? Pile 3, this is just a really tough process I think you've been going through for a long time. But you're gonna feel emotionally better and more stable and nurturing towards yourself, and that's what's gonna be so wonderful. This is what I'm getting for one of the biggest next blessings is that this situation that's done is finally gonna be done. Like, it's just gonna be done and over. I'm trying to remember what that was. Oh, that was fate. Interesting how I was talking about it being a dead end and I didn't even pull the card yet. Yeah, okay, I want to get, what do I want? This. Spirit guides, I feel like, what, is there anything else you want me to say? What else do I need to say? I feel like there's something I'm missing. Yeah, I feel like you had to hit rock bottom and you now are going into the unknown, and I think it can be very scary. Yes, you're going through it. That's what I'm saying. You're going through a really big metamorphosis, a really big transformation. So don't judge yourself for where you are. Your next big blessing is your transformation is completing, is what I'm getting. And once that happens, you're going to have such a huge amount of love for yourself and be able to care for yourself in a way that you never have before. And because of that, you're also calling in your counterpart because you're loving yourself in a healthy way, whereas you might have not done that before. Yeah, it was a mountain to climb. Yes, it's like you had to climb the biggest mountain and you're almost to the top is what I'm getting. And whatever you want to happen, your intentions are going to be huge here. Yes, there's a magic prayer. So whatever you've prayed for, whatever you've intended to happen for the situation is going to happen. And your intentions for what you want to happen next are going to happen too. I'm getting it like Spirit saying like, this is a huge thing that you're offering and going through. And once you finally are done with it, you're going to have, there's a grieving process, ride the wave. You're going to move into the Golden Palace and you're good. I feel like someone is going to help you. I feel like there's a rescue coming in by spirit guides. I feel like you're going to get help with this. Definitely. Yes. And you're going to come home to yourself in such a more aware and important, but more aware and more connected way. Like this is you getting deeper and deeper and deeper with yourself. Because you've had to really you're really having to look at this. And I think it's been so hard. I think you've had to grieve and you still are grieving a lot and still trying to figure out how to deal with the situation. And that's okay. Take your time. This again is not a one and done thing. And you're going literally in the middle of a transformation, a metamorphosis. You're literally in the cocoon. Like you're the butterfly about to hatch. And so like that is one of the most rewarding parts about the transformations because we go through such difficult times and transformations that like we need something beautiful at the end to kind of like push us through. And you know, it's like whatever vision for the future that you have that you so deeply want, I see that coming true for you, Pile 3. Like that's what I feel like your next big blessing is. Wow, Pile 3, hang in there. You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you and so are your guides. And yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much and I will see you guys next time.